What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you on Ethereum Classic. I want to go over some of the current data points, talk on what's been really influencing ETC, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So ETC is at 2962.58% in the green right now. A lot of volume, and that's been the case for the last several weeks. Is just ever since the whole Bitcoin ETF did get rolled out, people have just been gravitating towards a lot of the major coins. But as of late, especially with the fear and greed index currently at 77, even this morning it was at 79, people's appetite for risk has gone up through the roof. So across the board, you're seeing everything rally, and I do feel it's just a matter of time before ETC does have a very significant pop up, because ETC is very heavily shorted. So I'm going to talk about all that. Over and above that though, I'm going to be having someone on this weekend just to talk on more so the ecosystem associated to ETC, because I'm more of a technicals guy. So I talk on macro events, what's really influencing certain things and what the technicals are saying, whereas the actual ecosystem and what's built on that, not so much. So I'm going to bring someone on so they can actually talk on that. Aside from all of that fun stuff, you do see the hash rate for ETC still maintaining itself. So overall, that is a very good sign, especially with Bitcoin running up and everything else. You haven't really seen any deviation from that. And then when it comes down to this, I always like to bring this up. So number of merchants accepting ETC as a form of payment right now is 1,240. It is up 8. It does show 8 as of March, but I believe that is 8 as of February, because today is March the 1st. So congratulations, or I don't know if that means that congratulations. But aside from that though, ETC overall has been somewhat lagging. Like I said, everything has been running over this last little bit. So ETC is ranked number 25 based on the market cap. And I believe my last update, it was 24 or 23. So it has pulled back a little bit. And even if you look at the comparable coins around it, everything is going up. So over the last 7 days, Cosmos is up 14.17%, even Stacks 21. So everything has been going up. And when it comes down to ETC, like I said, it has been a very heavily shorted crypto since ultimately like 2021, late 2021-ish. So overall, looking at liquidations is key. And technically over the last, let's say, year, there's been a good 3-4 possibly smaller ones as well, short squeezes. So as it stands right now, over the last little bit, longs have been closing out their positions. So it's very interesting to see. So you do see a abnormal inverse correlation. So technically the price has been running up over the last little bit, ever since roughly around $27. But at the same time, you do see longs closing out their positions. So that means whales essentially are getting in. It looks like on the 27th, there was $1.86 million in longs closing out their positions and 978,000 in shorts closing out their positions. Similar kind of scenario on the 28th, but regardless, like I've been signaling, just big money is getting in. And that's one thing I did say on my last video. I think it was roughly around a week ago, because I do ETC videos maybe once a week. And you can tell that there was a lot of just abnormal blips based on more so the intraday, especially looking at the 1 hour chart. So big money has been accumulating over the last little bit, and with GDP numbers coming a little bit lower, it does show more broader concerns that is starting to develop. And I feel like right now, a lot of people just said it openly and not really kind of anything to justify that. But I do truly feel with a lot of the broader fears that's starting to develop that ETC, well, cryptocurrency as a whole, is technically being used in exchange for gold. I know a lot of people, like I said, just freely said, hey, you know what, cryptocurrency is going to be the new gold. Well, you know what? The data overall has been signaling it, because you've seen a rotation out of, for instance, a lot of growth stocks. A lot of people have been taking profits over the last little bit and moving it to cryptocurrency. So very interesting dynamic. And plus, money market funds have been actually liquidating. So I think there was almost about $1.5 billion in money leaving money markets into both equity and crypto market. So things are going up, and in my opinion, it is just a matter of time before you do get another significant short squeeze similar to what happened in January. So if that was to happen, let's talk on where it might be going next. So right now with it at $29.63, it is trading between this pivot and this R1. So 27.96 is going to be that next strong support, and then 31.02 is going to be that next strong resistance. And for the most part, it is a pretty wide gap among a lot of the fib levels. So that does mean a lot of volatility, but then again, that kind of comes with the avenue of investing in crypto. But when it comes to around that $32 or $33 resistance level, if it does break above that, then this is where you're going to get a significant bump up in the price. In fact, you actually might get close to where my average is, which is $44. So I think it's just a matter of time before bigger and better things do come, because as of right now, looking on the actual chart, you do see right now I have the 1-day chart up, I have the 725 100-day moving averages, stochastic RSI, and momentum. So looking on the 1-day chart, you can tell it has been really pumping itself up, and it's been wanting to break out. Just every so often it does get pulled back in, because 9 times out of 10, whenever anything gets outside the Bollinger Band for a unjustified reason, it does get dragged back down, because that happens time and time again, as you can kind of see right here. But this time is different. This time it looks like it is pounding at the door, wanting to break out. So it is just a matter of time before shorts realize that and start to liquidate, especially with big money getting in. But quickly looking at some of the data points, so stochastic RSI right now, you do see a little bit more of a bearish deviation starting to form, so the teal line above the purple, but it is also considered at 88. So there might be some small consolidation that does occur in the short term, but that might be very healthy for the long-term aspect of the technicals, as that will kind of rejuvenate it and cause some strong support levels to be formed, causing obviously in turn it can go up from there. Number of retail investors, or I guess number of buyers, aka retail investors, have been getting in over the last little bit. The 4 hour, I always like to look at the 4 hour, 1 hour, because it feeds into one another. But looking at the 4 hour right now, this is where you do see the attempt on the breakout, the consolidation, and this is where it is attempting once again. And as you can kind of see right here, looking on stochastic, a nice little consolidation. Doesn't have to be significant, but that was enough to reset the technicals. So on the 4 hour, things are looking very much primed and ready for a continuation of a push higher. Number of buyers have been getting in over the last little bit, so it is above 0. So overall, that's still a very positive sign. And on the actual chart though, it is in the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band and above a lot of the key pivotal moving averages. And same goes for the 1 hour. So looking at the 1 hour, this is where you do see everything that feeds into the 4. So bigger and better things might be coming down the pipeline. You can tell it just needs that nice small little push higher, whether that be because of liquidations due to shorts or whatever. But I do feel that at least in the short term, you are going to see roughly around $35 hit. And if it is able to get above that R3, then you are going to see 44 plus, and this is where you'll see a nice short squeeze occur. So let me know your thoughts on ETC. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What have you been doing with ETC? And one final thing I just wanted to share with you, even though this promotion is correlated to more stocks and not cryptocurrency, but it is still free stuff. Simply sign up for an account with Moomoo, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So definitely take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.